The Russian Ministry of Defense has announced that mobile coastal defense missile systems have been deployed on a northern Kuril island, which is part of a strategically located chain of islands stretching between Japan and the Kamchatka Peninsula. Japan asserts sovereignty over the southern Kuril Islands held by Russia, which Tokyo refers to as the Northern Territories. This territorial dispute dates back to the end of World War II, when Soviet troops seized the islands from Japan. On the other hand, Japanese Prime Minister FUMIO Kishida has ordered a significant increase in defense spending, which could cause his long pacifist country's defense budget to approach Russia's levels. Kishida instructed ministers to put together a budget of about 43 trillion yen, $315 billion for the 5-year period, starting in April. Japan's shift in policy comes after the country was shocked by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, as well as China's threats against Taiwan, and North Korea's nuclear ambitions have also fueled Tokyo's decision to embark on one of its largest military buildups in decades. Russia's primary coastal defense missiles. With a coastline of 37,653 kilometers, Russia has never been able to adequately police or control its maritime borders. The collapse of the Soviet Union meant that Russia lost much of its navy, as well as access to ports that could be used year-round. Nonetheless, Moscow sought to maintain its naval ambitions, investing in the Admiral Kutznetsov aircraft carrier, as well as modernizing its fleet to carry 3 M54 series Kalibr cruise missiles. In order to make up for any deficiencies in its naval capabilities, Russia has modernized and expanded its coastal defense missile systems. Russia relies on an array of coastal defense missiles to protect its large and unmanageable coastline. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the Russian Bastion missile system has been deployed on the island of PARAMUSHIR in the northern Kuril Islands. The primary coastal defense missile systems utilized by the Russian Navy is the K300 P, or Bastion P, or NATO-designated SSC-5 Stooge, and the 3K60 BAL, SSC-6 SENNIGHT. They are intended to provide precision strike capabilities from a distance against surface vessels and to increase the potential costs for a naval power attempting to get within striking range of Russian territory. While the Bastion P is primarily used to engage naval targets, it has also been used to engage land targets in Syria. Bastion P is designed to fire the P-800 Oniks anti-ship cruise missile, which has a range of 300 kilometers and is powered by a solid propellant and a ramjet. In its final phase, it goes as fast as 750 meters per second and drops to a height of 10 to 15 meters to avoid being seen. An active radar and an infrared imaging seeker give the ship directions. The seeker is said to be able to pick a target, even from a group of ships, even if the signal is blocked. It carries a 200 kilograms or 250 kilograms warhead, depending on mission, and can be launched from a mobile launcher, Bastion P, or a stationary launcher, Bastion S. Each mobile launcher carries 2 Oniks missiles that are launched from a vertical position. The 3K60 BAL is another mobile system designed to fire the Soviet-era 3M24 anti-ship cruise missile. It is a turbofan-powered subsonic cruise missile with a range of 120 kilometers and a cruise speed of 27 meters per second. It is armed with a 145 kilograms semi-armor piercing warhead and can cruise at a height of 10 to 15 meters, dropping to 1.5 meters for its terminal phase. The missile's range was increased to 260 kilometers in a later version, and guidance is provided via a satellite data link with active radar for the seeker in the terminal phase. A 3K60 launch vehicle carries 8 missiles. There are 2 launch vehicles in a battery and 2 batteries in a coastal defense unit. They are frequently accompanied by a battery or more of K300Ps, each of which consists of 2 launch vehicles, with a battalion consisting of 4 launch vehicles. Both 3K60 BAL and Bastion P pose several challenges to defending vessels when combined. Because missile speeds vary, a ship must be able to prioritize its engagement of incoming missiles, some of which may be supersonic, and possibly reserve capacity to engage a large number of subsonic missiles. The P-800 Oniks missile's dual-mode seeker also poses challenges for soft kill solutions. Targeting is provided by a combination of land, air, and sea assets. However, it is unclear how capable Russian forces are at coordinating data gathered by these dispersed systems. Nonetheless, these systems are emblematic of Russia's drive to modernize its forces' ability to engage in long-range, standoff engagements. It has shown a willingness to conduct missile strikes in Ukraine, and has engaged stationary critical infrastructure with hundreds of land and maritime cruise missiles. If an opponent's shipping and naval vessels can be brought within range, coastal defense systems will play a role in engaging them. Russia's proclivity for deploying coastal defense systems to disputed elements of the Kuril island chain or onto Arctic ice floes suggests that the systems may be found further inland, extending their engagement ranges into unexpected areas. Japan has joined its Western allies in sanctioning Russia for sending tens of thousands of troops into Ukraine, in what Moscow refers to as a special military operation, and Ukraine and its allies accuse Russia of launching an unprovoked attack. And, because of Japanese sanctions over Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Russia withdrew from peace treaty talks with Japan and froze joint economic projects involving the disputed Kuril Islands. Therefore, Russia's efforts to increase its presence in the region suggest that the islands will continue to play a pernicious role in the future of Russo-Japanese relations, and that Japan and the United States should deepen consultations on Russia's activities in the region.